Hello, my name is Bozo, and this is a weekly progress log on the progress I was making on a comic, which has now turned into a visual novel, loosely based on Resident Evil 2, although I'm trying to incorporate other zombie stories and other zombie things I like. So this is, as I mentioned, the progress log. This week's progress isn't very much. I'm still sort of going back and forth on the story, on how I want to do things in the story. What I have here on the screen is just kind of a little bit of a practice thing I was doing before when I was learning Rempe. I've gone through the tutorial again and kind of picked everything up again about how it should go. The only thing I'm missing right now, obviously, the story, which is something I'm still trying to work out. I originally wanted to go, very close to Resident Evil 2. I've since deviated, and since I decided to start doing the visual novel again, I'm deviating even further. Although, I'm probably gonna try to maybe go back to, trying to make it as close to Resident Evil as I can, just because it would be easier per se if I already have a kind of a rough outline of a story and not go deviate too far from it, versus making something completely original, which is kind of what I had an idea of making. I was thinking about something, a little bit more incorporating kind of Resident Evil Survivor. One of those games that not a lot of people played. I played it a little bit and I liked it. Having, the setting be on an island and just stuff like that. I also thought about, for a couple of days maybe kind of doing like a robot zombie weird kind of thing too, but they're just ideas I've been floating around my head, trying to figure out what I want to do basically. Although, I think just as a first project with a visual novel, like I said before, I'm probably just going to take it back to something closer to Resident Evil 2. Thinking about maybe trying to do kind of like a 2-character scenario thing, kind of like the way it worked in Resident Evil 2, where each character kind of has their own story and they sort of interact at points, versus having both of them go together through the story. But yeah, that's pretty much all in the air right now. The hardest thing I have, the most difficult thing I have to do right now is sort of decide where I'm going to go with the story and write it out. Coding, I suppose if you can call it coding, a visual novel and drawing everything out isn't as difficult or as daunting, I guess, versus actually trying to write the story and trying to get the setting right, what I want to do and what I want to commit to. So yeah, that's basically what I have for this week. I don't have a whole lot of things I can show you. I was going to draw something out while recording this, but it's just going to be another little portrait of Leona, since I'm not that great at drawing. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week with next week's update. Hopefully I've decided on what direction I'm going to go with the story and see where it goes from there. You guys stay safe out there. Bye bye.